I'm down in South Florida working with one of my favorite police departments on weapon retention from the Guard. Without any further ado, if you want to find out more about me and my credentials and all that stuff, go to tacticalcombatinternational.com. Here we go. So you find yourself in a bad position. I'm in the bottom guard. That means I'm on my back and this person's between my knees. He's reaching for my gun. Principles of fighting. I don't have to find his wrists. I know exactly where they are. I can feel them, and they're not going anywhere because he's reaching for my gun. The most important thing that I can do right now, grab his wrists, push his hands into my gun, which pushes my gun into my holster. From here, literally, I could just wrap my legs around him and hold pretty tight. I have really good leverage against him. If he let go, to fight me, I put my heels in my hips and I push him away. All right, so let's go back to weapon retention. So I'm here, I keep my gun in my holster. Option number one, guys, this is white belt BJJ. If you don't know this stuff, your department should definitely include this in your defensive tactics program. First, we're gonna work with the Kimura shoulder lock. So, I'm not gonna go through the details, I'm gonna show you. You can pause, rewind, slow it down yourself. 4 good options for you. Option number one, Kimura shoulder lock. I can hold his arm here, turn my body, and now I have complete control. Immobilization and control is the key. For me to break his shoulder is not my goal. It's something I can do. I see another threat coming. I break his arm, push him off of me, and get up to my feet. Option number one, Kimura shoulder lock. So, again, controlling my gun, pushing my gun into my holster. I go for the Kimura shoulder lock, but his elbow is really tight to my body. He's pushing his elbow in tight. Maybe he's got big guns. I can't break his arm. I can't get in there. So I'm just gonna cup his elbow, keep everything tight, plant my outside foot, and then use my hips to bump into his hips to get him to the top. I wanna make him cover up so I can control his wrists. From here, I like to do what I call a gift wrap. You guys probably seen it on TV. I pick to move him towards my gun side. And he's not gonna go anywhere. All right, option number 3. This guy's humongous. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to get the shoulder lock because his arm's too big. No way I'm gonna be able to sweep him because he weighs too much or he's got a good base, his knees are really wide. All right, so still, I'm gonna control my gun. I'm checking it the whole time before I move. What's the most vulnerable part of his body right now? His head and neck, right? So from here, I shoot up and take care of that vulnerability. I get into the Kimura. He's still trying to grab my gun. I convince him that that's not a good idea. Just by stretching him away, driving my elbow down, and bringing my thumb, which is under his chin, to my leg, my chin. That's gonna put a tremendous amount of pressure on him. He's breathing really hard, his body needs oxygen, I'm depriving oxygen. He'll probably fall asleep in about 8 seconds. I don't need to put him to sleep just because I can. I need to control him and wait for the sirens to get closer. One more. Turn this way. Again, guys, basic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 101 white belt stuff. Never cross your arm unless you have a compelling reason to do so, right? He's got his arm crossed against his body. I'm going to use that against him. Again, controlling my gun, pushing it into the holster. I want to make sure he can't get this arm back. So I pinch, not just with this knee, but this knee too, to make sure he can't yank his arm back. Still holding onto his wrist. I bring my leg up, across. From here, I can snap his arm. There is a bite hazard here. If he bites me, pow, I'm gonna snap this arm. Come to this side for me. Now that I broke this arm because he bit me, I'm gonna break this one too, if I so desire. Boom. And that fight's gonna be over. You can't really fight with 2 broken shoulders, right? But that's not the goal. The goal is control. So if you wanna see more, give me a call, check me out on Facebook, Tactical Combat International. You can learn about our instructors, you can learn more about me. Appreciate my buddy for hanging out and working with me today. And most importantly, you guys be safe out there.